Welcome back everybody. Tonight I'm going to be going through my complete collection of Matchbox and Hot Wheels Batmobiles. Now my very first video that I did when I opened up my channel was on my Batmobile collection, but obviously there's a lot more has come out since then. And we're going to be going through, some of these are out of the box and some of these are carded. So we'll just run through them. Now this is the first one here. Not a big fan of this particular Batmobile, but it's a pretty nice looking model I guess, but I just don't really like this style of Batmobile. But this is the first one I've got tonight. I've only got this particular variant. I don't have any other colours of this one. So that's one of the Batmobiles right there. And then second one up, that Batmobile you're looking at was originally released in 2004. The next one we're going to go to a 2013 model. I don't know when this one was actually brought out, but the original this casting was originally done in 2013. So there's that one there. That's the second Batmobile, and that's the only one of that casting that I've got. And we're just going to zoom in on that a bit. So quite a nice sleek looking Batmobile, beautiful blue rims on the wheels, or blue accents on it. And then next up we're going to go through some later ones. Here's the Bat Pod, which is sort of a new take on the original Bat Cycle, I suppose, which is pretty cool. And that's a very nice model, this one, really detailed, got lots of nice detail in that one, with the guns on the front and the massive big flat roller wheels on it. That's pretty cool. Okay, next up we're going to have a couple of Batcopters. Same casting, just two different variants. Here's the first one. This one was actually out of the Batman 5-pack, which I did a video on, and that's quite a nice looking Batcopter. And obviously it's got the yellow glass with the yellow wings. And the only difference between these two is blue. Still yellow interior, yellow rockets, but it's got blue glass and blue fins or blue wings. So that's a pretty cool looking Batcopter for sure. I'll just tilt it back a wee bit so we get it all in. There we go. And next up, a different type of Batmobile. This one's quite accentuated with the massive accentuated front. This casting originally I think came out in 2003. And it's a bit of a throwback to the sort of animated Batman. It's pretty cool, pretty neat, with a massive big over accentuated, almost a tuned kind of front to it, but I quite like it. I think it's really neat. It's quite a nice Batmobile, that one. And then we're going to go to my only version of the Arkham Knight Batmobile that I've got. This one was originally I believe 2015 is when this one was first released by Mattel. There we go. And that's quite a nice one, quite a nice Batmobile. I'll just stack them all on the diorama there. So that's quite a neat Batmobile, pretty stealthy. And then next up we got a couple of tumblers. And the tumbler was in one of the later movies obviously, and I believe that this particular model was released. I'm just having a look for it now. I'm trying to find the release date on it, but it doesn't really tell me actually on the car, which is a bit unusual. Anyway, never mind. This one may actually be from the 5-pack as well. I think it might be actually. That might be from the Batman 5-pack that I got. And there's a black version of that coming up right away. Exactly the same casting, except rather than the camouflage sort of desert version, this is the matte black kind of stealth one that was in the movie. That's pretty neat. Pretty nice Batmobile, that one. And then we've got another one coming up. Excuse my pause, I'm just looking to see if there's actually a date on these guys, but some of them there is on the bottom when the castings were originally made, but I can't seem to find it on this one. But anyway, here we go, another variant of the Batmobile. This is quite a nice one. It's got some nice silver detail on it, nice red tail light detail on it, which a lot of these Batmobiles don't have much sort of tail light or headlight detail, because I guess a lot of it's all hidden away. But it's actually quite a nice nice casting, this one. I'm not a big fan of the shape. It's sort of a throwback to the very early comic Batmobile that had the massive big fin coming out of the top canopy, but it's a little bit of a throwback to that one. And then we've got the one of my favourites, which is really cool. This is a 2017 casting, and it's the animated series Batmobile, and I really like this because it's exactly what I used to look at when I used to race home from school when I was a young fella and watch Batman animated series. There it is. I've got some carded versions of these coming up too, because they've just re-released this one this year in a blue colour, but I'll actually run through all 5 of those blue variants. I'll keep them as a set. And then the next up obviously is the classic series Batmobile. I've got 3 of those in 3 different colours. This is sort of the one that everybody would remember from the original TV series. That's pretty much as you would have seen it, with Adam West as Batman. And that is a very, very classic car. It's a beautiful Batmobile, really cool. And they've done a number of different ones of these, treasure hunt ones, and they've done silver and ghost flame and super treasure hunts, which I don't have any of. Never seen them down here in New Zealand. But last year they released this version, which has got a little bit more sort of blacked out wheels with the blue glass and the standard red stripes, but with black wheels. And then they've just released it just recently. The latest release of that is in the full blue, with the blue lines and the blue glass and all the blue symbols. So that's quite a neat looking Batmobile in blue. I'm a bit of a traditionalist. I do tend to like my Batmobiles original, but you've got to give Hot Wheels some credit just to change it up, make a classic a little bit different. And I do have an original play art. This isn't a Hot Wheels, but this is an original play art one. These are quite hard to find these days. That one's in pretty poor shape. It's got some broken bits on it, and it's quite old. And I bought that one online as part of a box of cars that I bought, but had it on there, and I was quite happy to get it, because they are getting hard to come by, and they're getting expensive. So that's play art. That's a completely different brand. Next up, we've got the Bat, which is sort of the latest, sort of later version of the Bat plane. And that one there is obviously black with the blue glass and the blue interior. And the only other variant I have of that in a mainline is the this version here, which is yellow, and that's on the card. So it's got yellow glass, yellow tints rather than the blue. Same casting, everything's the same, just a slightly different colour. Next up, we're going to go with another classic sort of Batmobile. I've got 4 of these in different colours. And that's the sort of light grey version with the red windows and the black engine in the front. And that is pretty cool, with a black turbine sticking out the front, and it's got some nice tail light detail on that. The next version of that is a gunmetal grey black with the red stripes, and that is a very cool Batmobile as well. I don't mind this particular casting of the Batmobile. It's sort of more traditional old school Batmobile. That's quite neat. And I've got 2 of those on cards, which I will actually show you, and they're slightly different. This one is a very shiny metallic, almost like a metallic gunmetal. It's hard to see in the packet, but that's it there, and that is cool. That's got some yellow rims, and that's almost like a chrome type of finish with a yellow window. That's a beautiful looking Batmobile, that one. That's pretty wacky. And the last variant of that I have is this gloss black with the red rims and the red glass. So it's a little bit similar to the other one that I had, but just in the gloss black. So 4 different colours of that particular Batmobile. That's pretty neat. And then we have another Batmobile. This one here is gloss black with the beautiful red rims and the yellow window. And this harkens back to the very early Dark Knight comics, where you had that single bat wing coming off the canopy on the top. That is very cool. You would have seen that style in a lot of the real early comics. And I've got 2 other versions of that on cards. One is a gloss black and red, and the other one's got some blue in it. So I'll just show you those. That's it right there. Don't know if it's gonna. There you go. That's that version. As the card turns round, you can't get much of a look at it, but there's some blurb on the back. Warner Brothers, Batman Signal, Mattel, barcode, all very uninteresting. And the last one of that is the blue version of that. That's a pretty cool looking car as well. And that will be just about that. Now the next 5 cars I have are from this year, and these are all carded, and they are all the creations, 5 different Batmobiles, but all in blue. So they're all completely blue finish. And we'll start with number 1 of 5, which is the Justice League Batmobile. I'll actually take the turntable away, put it down there, and we might zoom in on that. Just bear with me while I move that out the way. We'll just tilt the old camera up and get some zoomage going on there. There we have it, Justice League Batmobile, and that's the one with the gun sticking out the top. And that's in a blue colour, hard to see in this light, but it is a dark blue. Number 2 of 5 is just called the Batmobile, and this is in more of an electric blue. You can see that's definitely got the blue thing going on. Quite a nice Batmobile, that one, in the blue. A little bit more of a sort of a racing stance with the bigger back wheels and the smaller front wheels, but there's a bit of a look at it from the top. So you can see that's a completely different blue to the other one. Next up is the animated series Batmobile, as I say, one of my faves. This is on a short card. I got this one from a supermarket actually, rather than in my usual store. And that's got the dark grey wheels, but a very dark blue finish. Pretty cool card art. Look at that. That's outstanding. That's really cool. And there's a bit more of the blue you might be able to see. Number 3. Batmobile. This one here is actually a treasure hunt, because it's got the treasure hunt symbol on the top, as you can see, just in the roof there. And that's another blue one. So and that's another short card. So I actually found this treasure hunt at the supermarket as well. So quite lucky, really. I haven't seen this one on the pegs in my usual stores. And the last one is obviously one that we've already seen anyway when I did the classic series Batmobile, the TV series one, and that's the blue version of that. So again, another great classic. Now the last 8 cars I have are from the Hot Wheels Batman 8 car set, and we're just going to mow through those pretty quickly. I've got them all here. Rose from Squishies with Rose is going to pass me them. So the very first one, of course, it's just called the Batmobile, but this is now these packets are very black, and they've got fantastic card art, which is why I haven't actually broken them out of the packet, because I really love the card art and I just don't want to wreck the cards. I might just see if we can tilt it up and just check out the card art. Look at the card art on that, that's pretty fantastic. That's a real evil looking machine. So that's the first one, that's number 1 of 6. Number 2 of 6 is the one that we had with the big front on it, the sort of the tuned version, and that is that's another fantastic Batmobile right there. Just move that camera back so we can actually see it. I've tried to get a little bit more light on these cards because they are quite hard to see because everything's black. Next one up is this one here with the red wheels and the black with the yellow window. That's pretty cool. And then we've got this double window job. Probably my least favourite Batmobile. This is the one with the double windows and the double wing. Pretty hard to see, but you might be able to have a look at that one right there. If you're there, you go. A little bit better with me out of the light. So that's part of the 8-car set. These are not in any particular order actually, but so this is the tumbler. This is the camouflage tumbler. So probably all the cars that you're seeing here, you would have seen them as broken off the card, but this is just them on the card with the card art. So that's some pretty cool card art, and I might run through the card art right at the end just to show you. But this is the complete 8-car set that they did, I think, last year. And there's obviously the bat, the old flying bat plane. And just 2 more to go, guys. This is the Dark Knight Lamborghini. This is Bruce Wayne's car that he used to zoom around it in the movies. So there's the Lamborghini, Dark Knight Lamborghini Murcielago. And the very last one that we have tonight is the Arkham Knight Batmobile. So the only one of these that I don't have off the card is the Lamborghini, because I just could not find another one. So there you go, Arkham Asylum Batmobile. And now we're just going to check out the card art. So there's the Arkham Asylum. Just zoom out a wee bit so you can catch the card art. That is very, very nice. Look at that. And the reason why I love collecting these things is because it's not only the pop culture, it's not only because I like Batman, but the art on these is just outstanding. So rather than pull them off the cards and wreck them, I thought I'd show you the art. There you go, that's the Lamborghini art. There's the one for the Bat, the Dark Knight Rises. That is very cool. And the tumbler from the Dark Knight, there's the art on that. We've already had a wee look at that, but we may as well go through all 8 because they are spectacular. And then obviously the old double windowed one, my least favourite one, but I do like the art on it. The card art on that is just beautiful. That's really cool. And then we've got the Brave and the Bold Batman, which is quite an older style Batmobile, but the art on that is just gorgeous. That is really awesome. And then we've just got Batman, and that's sort of more of a, probably from the first movie maybe, I would say, looking at that. And the last one tonight, just to show you the card art again, another Batmobile. And probably, I think, from the second Batman movie, but there it is with the beautiful red windows. So that's it, guys. That's the old Batman Batmobile collection as it stands as of today. So quite a number of cars. I've got 2 Matchbox ones to show you, and then that's the finish. So I nearly forgot those actually. So here's the Matchbox ones. There's the card art for that, for the Matchbox. And I'm not sure what year this came out, probably 4 or 5 years ago. And there's the Batmobile, very blue, beautiful red wheels, but there it is. And exactly the same casting This is the 60th anniversary model. Exactly the same except silvery grey, and as we pan up to finish off, there's the Matchbox 60th anniversary on the card and the Batmobiles. So thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Hope you like Batman as much as I do, and share this with your friends if you can. If you know any Batman fans, just say, hey, check out this video because it may be of interest. Thanks for watching, guys. Take care and have a great night. We'll see you on the next one. Cheers.